Hi everyone, and hopefully everybody made it through safely this Memorial Day weekend. So, when I mentioned working side by side with different agencies when you're out in the rural part of the county, uh, how we got to know each other was pretty interesting in itself. Um, as we were actually filling in at these stations until they were 100% full for our permanent agents graduating in throughout the years. Different classes would come through. When I say classes, different, say for example, 10 agents will be assigned to a specific station all at once. So obviously they're coming off the academy and they're coming in groups of 10 or 15 to a station. So after the 11th month, they'd actually throw a party for the station at a retired law enforcement ranch around that area. Therefore, creating a huge party that consisted of barbecuing, a shooting range, kegs of beer, volleyball, basketball, horseshoeing tournament, and a grassy area for you to, play softball or, over the line, just throughout the day, different agencies would trickle in and trickle out. And these rookies would actually have to man the actual barbecue, serve cold beer, to its veteran officers, and it was actually a good way to actually entertain a large group of rural officers, and whether it be county rangers, uh, state rangers, federal rangers, sheriffs, other law enforcements out there, uh, border patrol, any type of actual a highway patrol, any type of actual agency that had ties on there was actually invited via fax. And so, um, for us, as actually filling in until stations were actually full, we were actually considered part of the family, and we were actually considered part of the actual border patrol team. Even though we were Department of Justice in a different department, we were actually considered peers. And when I say peers, we uh, we would actually be taken by the grade that actual our years in service would actually come into play. And for me and one particular partner, we did not actually have a rookie party. We did not actually celebrate our rookie party because we were in different parts of the United States, filling in for FEMA, filling in for natural disasters. Whether it be the Missouri River, of different types of actual you know disasters throughout the United States. And just by conversation, one time we were actually me and my partner were actually invited to participate in such activity, and we obliged, and we were actually honored, to be taken into that type of you know um, camaraderie. I mean, just a brotherhood actually, and and I can tell you right now, and that was our rookie party, and we barbecued and we actually served beer throughout the day, and that including for breakfast too, because some people coming in on shift were not going to be able to participate in the actual event. So if you were on shift, you would come by your actual. It's this actual ranch was centralized. You know what I mean? It was centralized and actually a good time. And then actually, there was a live target range actually at this agent's retired agent's home ranch. And any type of weapon that you can think of, any type of rifle, gun, handgun, was actually at this actual ranch. And They were all laid out on a table, and the actual owner of the ranch, he ran the actual range, and he ran it in a very safe manner, and he had control over every weapon in that range, believe it or not. And it was actually pretty cool. Actually, a good time. Like I said, we were serving beer and barbecuing throughout the day, taking turns and everything, and taking breaks, and of course, enjoying the beer and enjoying and mingling amongst different law enforcements. And everybody had their actual a sticker, hello sticker, like a convention with your name on it and your call sign, and so you can actually put a face to a call sign, a badge number. And like I said, we served beer and everything. It was actually a good time. You got to know your counterparts. You actually got to know your actual your dispatchers, your actual people behind the desk, that were making the decisions for you out in the field, I mean, via radio. And also residential agents that were actually out and that worked out of their house basically. And you had units come through from Calexico, from El Centro, from just different parts of the county, and just stopping by, saying hello, having a taco or two, and continue their day, their work day. You know what I mean? And it was actually pretty safe. It was actually pretty controlled. There was a hotel that we booked up. We actually booked the whole hotel for that night. And in case you didn't want to drive all the way home, luckily I was fortunate to actually carpool, and one agent didn't drink, and he actually drove everybody safely home. And that was actually one of the first. That was actually the first time we actually used our badge because we needed to relieve ourselves in the middle of the highway. And there we go, we got pulled over by the highway patrol, and that's what we were doing. And then they realized what ranch we were coming from, and the officer proceeded to say, "Okay, you guys stay safe," and continue his day. He knew where we were coming from. He knew what ranch. It was actually his counterparts retired. This retired rancher, this retired law enforcement was actually highway patrol, and it was actually pretty cool without getting a ticket, without getting cited for, on the freeway. So, he just did things like that, he just sometimes it's good to have that badge, I'm not gonna lie, I'll keep it real right here, you know what I mean? And it's only twice I had to actually pull my badge off because I was in a tight situation. That happened to be one of them. So as the day goes of that day, you get to meet different chiefs, you get to meet different supervisors, you meet different, different agents, and that's how you would actually. It was a big meet and greet, basically, and it was a good time, and but unfortunately, other agencies throughout the actual border celebrated in a uh, different way, not very responsible, not very ethical, I should say, not very ethical. Um, but that's I'm saving that one, and me and Shadow are saving that one just in case somebody gets out of hand again, and we'll have to break it out on them as a willing participant, and he knows who he is. And me and Shadow are saving that one in our back pocket just in case this individual starts to kick up dust again, and will really shut his credibility down. This Mr. C, and and that's basically how we got to know each other, how we got to mingle with other agencies, and that's how basically we backed each other up, and we knew who each other were. All right, guys, this is a little tidbit of how law enforcement actually mingle and meet and greets. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.